Hey, there's a couple big reasons why people get into the insurance industry. One is financial. Two is time and freedom, right? So really financial freedom, so to speak. Today, I'm going to go through how to make money as an insurance agent. I'm going to go through 5 simple steps. I'm going to kind of walk through and dialogue and slow down each one of those. Step number 1, okay, on how to make money as an insurance agent is to find a home, an agency that can support you and help you and mentor you. This step's really important, okay? And I've even got a new agent placement program that I'm going to dive into a little bit in other videos. You can actually click the link below in description to check out the agent placement program. If you're unhappy, if you're struggling, if you're looking for a home or you're not sure who to join or you want to join somewhere, I can actually refer you to an agency that would be a good fit for you. We work with trusted partner agencies around the country to make sure that you are happy with your selection. Also, to make sure that you give this insurance game a real fair shot. And what I mean by that is 92% of insurance agents fail. There are so many. I estimate there's north of, I would say actually, I was going to say 500,000. That's what I used to say. I think there's north of 1 million insurance agents in the US that are currently unhappy with their home and where they work. Not their physical home, but their insurance home, right? And where they work and the agency they're a part of and the company that they work with. And so I say that because if 92% fail, and most fell for a barrage of different reasons, right? I mean, we could say they fell because they didn't make any money. Well, they didn't make any money typically because they didn't know how to get in front of people. Well, or they weren't trained. Well, if they're not trained, they don't get in front of people, they're not going to get in front of anybody and make any sales or make any money. Well, then it starts to fall back on, well, the agent, you can accept some responsibility, but also the place that you're working at can really influence and be a big part of your success or your failure. And I really believe that a lot of agents, they jump into space, they try to make it and they leave. But I believe if they had a better fit agency-wise, that they would have a substantially higher chance of actually making this a success. And so number 1 is finding the right home agency, which is really important. So that's why we've created an agent placement program, because I get hundreds of messages every week from agents around the world that wish they had a better shot at success and want me to refer them to a new company to work with. So if that's you, links in description. Number 1 is really finding somewhere that is a home, that you're happy, that has mentorship, training, leads, hands-on support, and that can actually help you succeed. Very important. We vet companies before we refer them to you, and we have trusted partner agencies that support what we're doing and that are part of what we're doing that want to help agents. And so the link's in the description if you want to check that out. The second thing that's really important is once you have a home is the training piece, right? A lot of agents say, and you tell me if I'm wrong, you can jump in description, whatever. A lot of agents say, hey, Cody, I'm in this insurance thing, but I don't know what I'm doing. I passed my test and I have no clue what to do next. I passed my tests and I'm calling some friends and family and I'm trying to make a go at this, but I have no clue what to do and I'm lost and I'm completely alone. Well, if that's you, then you know what? We want to make sure that we help that, which is why the agent placement program is here to help. But also too, it's important because if you don't ever learn what to do, this video is about how to make money as an insurance agent. You're not going to make any money because you don't know what to do. Okay, so second's training, really some training and support on what you actually do, how to do it, so that you can start doing more of it. Okay, number 3 is leads. And once you have training, then you need leads because you need people to talk to. The number 1 reason people fail is they struggle to get in front of people, which is kind of common sense because if you don't make any money, or you quit, that means you didn't make enough money. If you didn't make enough money, then it means you didn't get in front of enough people. If you didn't get in front of people, then guess what? You didn't have people to talk to, or you just didn't actually get skilled enough or try hard enough at the people that you could get in front of, which is why leads is a very viable source to replicatable, duplicatable, consistent weekly success, right? Plugging into a weekly system is really important. A lot of agents want to, they think they're like, God's gift to sales, or they have the gift of gab, which is a curse, or all these other things. And so then they think, well, because I'm like naturally good at being an entrepreneur or sales or talking or whatever, that I'm going to find success in this game. Well, that's not necessarily the case. Okay, so you need a good agency. you need training, you need leads, right? Which is really, really, really important. And then you've got to be able to continue along on this path, right? Which next is hey, you need a system, right? A process, sales process. Maybe scripting, right? Maybe some scripts. This is deeper than training, by the way. Maybe it's what's your schedule look like a weekly schedule. Like all this is a part of like what that weekly system looks like, right? An agency, training, leads, weekly system to plug into, to rinse and repeat. Okay, when do you call the leads? Why do you call the leads? How do you call the leads? You know what I mean? How many times do you call the leads? Do you text them? Do you email them? Like, what do you do, right? Well, those are weekly systems that are really important that I dive into in a lot of other videos. And so that's the fourth piece is like there's agencies out there that have systems that you can plug into to where you don't ever wonder, hey, what do I do with my hands, man? Like, I don't know what to do. Somebody tell me what to do. Well, if you're coachable and you actually want success, then you will allow other people to help you. And you will maybe even allow me to introduce you to someone that can help you, which is why the placement program was created. Again, the link is in description below for that. Because plugging into a weekly system can determine, success and failure so that you know what to do, when to do it, and who to do it with. And so the weekly system, number 4, is really important. And number 5 is, hey, let's rinse and repeat the process. If you think about it, insurance it's the lowest barrier of entry to entrepreneurship because you just have to pass a state license exam and then boom, you're an entrepreneur, you can go make money. Like it's fairly simple. If you think about the steps, okay, agency, training, agency, probably the hardest part to find. I'm gonna be honest, probably the hardest piece. And I get so many messages from people like you that are like, man, I need help. And so the link's in description to the agent placement program. That's one. Okay, or you can go to www.agentplacementprogram.com. That's the first one, okay, an agency. Very important. There's lots of nuances with this. I'll give you an example, okay? I wasn't planning on sharing this story, but I'll share it. We referred an agent to an agency this past week. Actually, this week. No, this past week. It's Sunday right now. This past week. And the agent was working some seminars and had been helping their upline and was really learning the business. And for the first 90 days, they did like $24,000 in commissions, which sounds great. But the upline kept about 99% of it. And the agent, because they were learning and the upline just took it all, they made like $240 in their first 90 days, which is atrocious, insane, a complete flippin' scam. And they were getting taken advantage of. Well, when I heard about this, it made me realize why we are doing this agent placement program, how valuable it is, because when you don't know what you don't know. If an agent doesn't know what's happening, like, as an example, there's been other companies that have came to us and that wanted to join the placement program so that we could refer them to agents and they could be a vested, Cody Askins certified or, trusted partner agency, whatever you want to call it. And we turned them away because my values maybe didn't align. Maybe that's not it. Maybe the company values didn't align. Maybe what they do in the inner workings of their company, maybe I don't agree with, which means I don't need companies on the platform that I can refer people to that don't align with me and our vision and that don't support what we're doing and that, aren't helping the agent. Okay, because that's what ultimately matters. So if you're out there and you're like, man, I realize the agency, the training, the leads, the system is all very important, and I don't have it or I don't know how to get it, let us help you by plugging you in. Because I can tell you, you can make money in this thing. It's an extremely amazing career. You have a super bright future, ton of potential, whether you realize it or not. So this is how to make money as an insurance agent, no matter who you are, where you're at, or what you're trying to accomplish. And if you have interest in the placement program and receiving professional help from us, you can click the link below. We're always here to help. Have a phenomenal rest of your day.